Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today we are going to learn more, like we are going to have more clear insights on Excel. For example, how to make a report card on Excel. You know, we are in, as I've been talking about it always, we are in a digital-based world where most of the things now it's like we use internet, the computers and all that. So gone are the days where we could make report cards. You struggle so much writing on paper, computing those things on paper and all that. So these days you can make it on computer and all that. So we shall come here to Excel and tap Excel, where we see I've already made one for the purposes of time. I've made one like simple report card to use as an example, where we see the name. Here I have names, and I have the subjects and the gradings here, as you can see, then the position, the comment and all that. But now what makes this easier to do, we see we see these contents here which we use during the typing and all that. We see the format printer, we see, but its main aim, like the main aim of all this is to, I was actually saying these are the features, like this ones here, these are features which we can use, like it just makes our work easier for us. Is we see here numbers, like we can tap the numbers from here which we see, then we see here the rows and columns where we write in our gradings and all that. So like if we have the scores and like time for making our report cards, if we have the scores and want to find the grading, we can actually use the if lookup, and then sorry for that. I was actually talking of if you have the scores and you want to find the grade, it's not if lookup, but you can use the if function like to find them. And then of course we see this point until we see them in rows and column. Anyway, I just made this, it's just a report card used for exemplary purposes. I have only 5 names, where we see the first name, like we see mathematics, SST, then the grade of SST, English, science, and then we see position. And it's not a must that you're going to use or you're going to put all the positions like in chronicle order, because we see the first here is on the second point. But then like when it's purposes of computer, we are doing it on computer, but after we can still work on it. It comes with the first person up, second, third, fourth, up to the 5th person. Then maybe if there are many, for example, you're making a report card of let's say for example 100 people plus in the class, we can come here and you may get scared. You'll be like, now the sheet is done from here. Like you try following and you'll be like, it is done. So what you have to do, you just come here and tap here and you add the number of sheets you get. You see there are now 2 sheets I can add and make the third sheet, since they are like it's a class of many people. But then we come back to the first sheet is where our examples are. We see that there, and then of course we can come to these features and keep using them. As I'd said, like they are used to make the work more simple and just to generate or to make it look good. So we see here a conditional format, but of course a report card doesn't need that. We don't see the use of that and all that. Most of these features are just there for the case, but we don't see that. Then maybe like we may use percentages. We get the percentages here and then we put them on our scores, because maybe it's out of 100, so we can put our scores to be like now here 90, we put 90% on, percent stands for out of 100, so it is clear and formal that we are talking of 90 out of 100. That particular student or candidate got 90 out of 100. And then like the other importance of this, we see it in the use of let's say for example in UNEB or PLE, where like our papers are marked, and then most times before we go to get our results slips, our recommendations and all that from the school, the transcripts and all that, we can see our gradings on phone. Like you check for your results on phone and then your results are sent to you. You see your name, you see your gradings, how many points you've gotten. Let's say for example if it is grading in form of these grades of the distinctions, what and all that, you can still see them on phone before you go and get your recommendation. So it becomes something simpler and easier for us, since ICT has made everything simple. We can get to know how we have performed on phone. Even like these days we see it even just in schools, where we see online report cards, not just waiting for the national performances work of the UNEB and all that. We still see online report cards where they just send for us our report cards online, which are already worked on and all that. Sometimes it can be a hard copy, but then it is a hard copy which it has just been, they have worked on it online by computer, and then they just print it out like in this format the way this one is. So they print it out when it's already done, not like those days where you'd find where they've written name and then the teacher has to write your marks with pen and paper and all that, which it was something so hectic and all that. So at least it has become easier. We can, and helps also, there is no change of marks. Students were kind of contradictive and all that. We are not easily trusted. Back then when we would use pens like to write report cards, when archers would do that, you'd find maybe you can go and get your whitewash and then you change your marks and write the gradings of which you want. But at least these days it has become easier. What has been sent is what you receive, like what you've worked for is what you receive, since everything is now digitalized and all that. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.